Look, man, we got something different for y'all today. They want to know more about us, Ahmad. We got a very unique story. You guys have sent in questions. Y'all want to know the dynamic between my boy, my best friend of 20 years, and myself.
So you just give them that energy, you feel me? You got to be able to code switch.
You got the angel on your shoulder, and you got the little devil on your shoulder.
And it was kind of like, all right, I'm interviewing you, but I know good and well you're about to get fired.
Ruthless.
And he was like, I'm going to the NFL. And I was like, and I'm going to be working, at ESPN reporting on your play.
Man, locked in since day one. This was already written.
Pretty wild, right? That we're here right now. But the best is yet to come, honestly. We're just getting started.
One got the numbers, one let the game on. Two different voices, never the same. Mic on fire when the truth collides. It ain't just one story, must be two sides. Must be two sides.
What is going on, beautiful people, man? We got a very special treat for you today. I'm your host, MyCole Pruitt, NFL veteran, with my boy always, Ahmad Hicks.
Yeah, the journalist. The must be two sides. What we always talk about, the name of our podcast. You got the athlete who typically disagrees with the journalist's point of view, and then we got the journalist who doesn't always agree with the athlete's stance.
But every so often, we definitely can't agree.
Sometimes we find a compromise. Sometimes.
Look, man, we got something different for y'all today. They want to know more about us, Ahmad.
I have gotten some questions about I want to know more about y'all. Tell me more about y'all instead of these other players y'all talking about.
We got a very unique story. You guys have sent in questions. Y'all want to know what the dynamic is between my boy, my best friend of 20 years, and myself, man.
It's crazy. So just backstory, before we even throw some fan questions in, because we're going to answer some questions for you guys, he came to Kirkwood in 2006, freshman year. That's when we first met up with one another in St. Louis. If you guys aren't familiar with our backstory, been homies ever since. Went to SIU Carbondale together, played football there, and now living out our dreams as adults and as fathers and everything.
Man, locked in since day one. This was already written.
Pretty wild, right? That we're here right now, but the best is yet to come. Honestly, we're just getting started.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, so we got some funny questions. Now, if you're ready, let's get ready for those questions. Let's pop one up on the screen, and then MyCole and I go get to it. So,
man, the fans have sent in some great questions, and this one is for you, Ahmad.
Okay.
They want to know, have you ever felt conflicted reporting on something that could impact a player or coach's life?
Yeah. Got to go back to, I can't remember the year specifically, but Cardinal Ritter High School in St. Louis, Missouri. Head coach Brandon Gregory, Bill Jackson was the running back. He lost in the state championship game to Trinity Catholic. He was supposed to be suspended for the first game the next season. They went and played J.J. McCarthy and Nazareth Academy, and they went to Illinois play. Bill Jackson went off for 120 plus yards, couple touchdowns, but he changed his jersey number. And they said he was a freshman or something on the roster. Somebody outed them.
He thought he was going to get away with that?
He got away with it for 6 games. They were undefeated. They were 7-8-0 before the news broke, and somebody broke the story. And so I was one of the first people to get Brandon Gregory to speak about it. And it was kind of like, all right, I'm interviewing you, but I know good and well you're about to get fired. This player is about to be ridiculed by the whole town, and everybody's going to look at y'all differently. And broke the news. Well, I didn't break it. Somebody else broke it, but I was the first to kind of get the coach a reaction, and they end up forfeiting the season for Cardinal Ritter. And Luther Burton Jr., who now is in the NFL, he was a member on that team. Jameson Williams had just graduated. He plays for the Lions. And so it's kind of like, dang, man, I feel really bad. But it was a super viral story, but I had to do it.
You got a job to do.
I had to stay neutral. I couldn't take a side. I felt bad for them losing their season and these guys an opportunity to chase a state dream, but had to do what I had to do. So that was a tough pill to swallow. But yes, so to answer my question, yes, I've reported on something that kind of impacted a player and a coach, and it kind of conflicted me. All right. So what's the next question we got, Gabe? All right. How do you balance being honest and authentic while protecting the team or your own brand and privacy, MyCole?
Oh, man. This is a tough one, bro. Because you got the angel on your shoulder, and you got the little devil on your shoulder. Telling you to.
Who's the mediator in that moment?
Me. I gotta be. I gotta decide exactly what I want to portray, man.
Okay.
You got the angel over here. You got your coach telling you, "Hey, PC. Don't give him out too much information."
Right.
You also got, your mama in the back of your head saying, "Hey, represent our name, right?"
Right.
And then over here, you got tell them like it is. You're tired of them.
That's what we love. We love that person.
You're tired of them. Tell it like it is, man. So it's a crazy balance sometimes, but I usually take the high road most of the time because I ain't trying to give out too much and give them any ammo, so to speak. So, that's just the balance of it all.
Is it someone telling you guys what to say before you go speak to media? Like, do you have a PR member like, hey, they may ask you this, make sure?
Yeah. If it's certain situations that go down, the PR member will come up and give you a rundown of what they may ask. But most of the time, it's off the cuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Valid. All right, Gabe, what's the next question we got here?
This one's for you, Ahmad.
All right.
What is it like preparing to cover a sport that you haven't played? Do you have any doubts or conflicting thoughts?
It's tough. It's tough. I'll bring up an example covering the Stanley Cup final or the Stanley Cup playoffs in St. Louis in 2019 with the St. Louis Blues. So, like, I knew hockey. I knew red line, blue line, offsides. Like, I knew what.
You don't know hockey, y'all.
I know a little bit of hockey. We're in the state of hockey, so I got to know hockey now.
You better.
But to sit here and say that I knew it extensively will be a lie. But that's why also when reporting on it, I don't try and make it seem like I know everything about the sport. Like, okay. I'm just reporting on what I saw on ice. I'm being neutral and I'm not throwing my opinion in it. And I'm not being like, well, I feel like if this player would have did this, the outcome would have changed. It's like, no. The Blues shot this percentage. They did this. The goalie, Jordan Bennington, did this. Like, so it was difficult for me, but I felt like I was so engrossed in watching all of their games, all 60 minutes, every single round that I kind of knew the sport by the end.
You studied extra hard.
Yeah, you kind of had to. Yeah. Like, we had pre and post game shows, so you're talking about hour-long shows where you have to talk about this team like you know them. And a lot of the times, like in a situation where you don't have to talk like you know the X's and O's. You got to report what the players are saying, what people at home can't see. And that's what one of the legends in St. Louis, Mike Bush, told me. Like, when you're a sports reporter, don't tell everybody what they can Google and go see at home. Tell them what they can't see in the locker room. So, yeah, it was kind of easy because it's just my normal job.
Because you put in the work.
Absolutely. For sure.
We know in some past episodes you said you ain't watch all the games and you still...
I watch the games that I cover and that I run highlights on. I do watch those games, but it's hard to watch 6 games at one time, especially if you're not at work with 6 TVs in front of you.
No doubt.
All right, Gabe, let's transition to the next one. MyCole, this for you. How has media changed over the course of your career, and how does that affect you as a player?
Man, I'm a dinosaur at this point, so media has changed.
An elephant in one episode, not a dinosaur.
Yes, exactly. So media has come a long way. It's going from just basic reporting, the usual, the traditional media that you always think of, to athletes being on TV and having the loudest voices, to now we're changing and taking it into our own hands with a podcast just like this and many others where we create our own narrative and
right.
And it's crazy, man, the effects that it has. I'm now able to, there's a new avenue available to me and other players, this avenue right here, to go out after football and really make a name for yourself as well. So it's crazy the long way that media has come, man, and I'm enjoying the spoils of it right now.
Me too. It's changed. Don't say that I love the opinionated stuff all the time, but it's fun. It's fun. You get to see you get to see more of the athlete's point of view and stuff that we don't get a chance to see behind the camera with athletes joining. So I'm with you on that. I feel you on that.
For sure.
All right, Gabe, what we got next?
Oh, man, this is a funny question, and everybody wants to know this. Do you wear pants under the desk? Or do you dress down where the camera can't see? Do you have pants on right now?
I have something that matches my outfit. I don't have... Well, that picture... So that was during the pandemic, right? So this is when we weren't allowed to go to the barbershop. We weren't allowed to go to the TV station. We weren't allowed to do anything. Like, you had to stay in your house, like, couldn't even go on the road and whatnot. So you see me right there. I'm
okay,
good,
this is
right?
what you got on top. We want to
good.
know what is under this. Gabe. Oh!
So
during big sweats.
So during the pandemic, everything was recorded. You aren't in studio, so you have a chance to record wherever you like, and you film from the belly button up.
This is perfect pandemic right here.
It is peak pandemic. We got the Carbondale issue, football sweatpants on. I didn't even go to the dry cleaners then, so this is one of my dad's shirts that he just had in his closet that was clean. I'm like, all right, I'm going to take this, and this is a H&M jacket that I got, I think, in college, like one of my first sport coats. So
essential worker right here.
Not
guys.
One of my proudest moments.
Essential worker.
I was an essential worker at that time. So, but to answer your question, I'm going to put one guy on blast that I know, Darren Kennard, one of my guys at WSIL in Carbondale, Illinois. So they had a set where he didn't have to stand up. So he wore khaki shorts. He didn't tuck in his dress shirt. He put on his tie. He put on his jacket. That's what you saw. But for me, no, I can't do that. I work at a station here in Minneapolis at Fox 9 where we have a beautiful set. You bounce around. People can see your pants. People can see your shoes. They can see your socks. So you got to be suited and booted every day.
Okay. You be looking good, bro. I got to give you that.
Give me that. I appreciate that. I ain't with you on the casual dressing, but I'm, dress clothes. I can do that. You know?
Don't shortchange yourself.
I appreciate that. All right, let's move forward, Gabe. What we got next? What's your go-to? Oh, this is going to be hilarious, Cole. What's your go-to? I'm not answering that face. And before we even pop up pictures, I know you. So I can see some faces and I can be like, oh, I know what he was thinking during that time. So please. Well,
you spoiled the treat that we have for the fans.
Do we have a treat?
We definitely do. I'm not even going to do the face. I'm just going to show him.
Gabe,
help me out.
What are you talking about? Do I have to go over there right now? Like, is he really just asking me that question?
Come on, man. You know better.
It looked like you was going through something in that picture, Cole. That's what, year 10?
I was going through the same thing you was going through during the pandemic, that rough hair.
He ain't even seen the roughest picture from me. All right, Gabe, what's the next picture MyCole got? That's a, what is he trying to say right now? How am I finna answer this dumb question? That's what that look like.
Come on now. Y'all know better.
That's what that look like.
Y'all know I'm not finna answer that with nothing that y'all would have heard, so come on.
He like, all right, I'm thinking of a cliche answer. All right, what we got next, Gabe? I'm over this. I'm trying to go home. It looked like it's after a game. I remember
this picture actually, man.
After a game of practice.
It was next day after a game, man. I think we had just switched quarterbacks from Marcus Mariota to Desmond Ridder.
So everybody wanted to know what was up.
And they're asking me questions along those lines, and I'm just over it.
And how many times have reporters talked to you before that moment?
Not enough for them to come and ask me stuff like this. Back up a little bit, your breath.
All right, Gabe, let's look at the next picture. Oh, yeah, Cole's over the media. This is peak MyCole right here. Like, I don't want to talk to y'all. I'm annoyed. I'm not going to answer your phone call or your text. That is peak MyCole right there.
That's just, the noise described that good enough.
What team was that for?
That's Tennessee right there, man.
Some tough days there.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got one more final picture, I think. Oh, that's baby Cole. That's Minnesota MyCole. He don't even know what the reporters got to say right then.
As you can tell, I was already over it. Yes,
that's baby MyCole. So that's the face that he makes when he doesn't want to answer a question or like, look, I know I'm not answering that. That's funny.
The many faces of Cole, man.
You're not a very pleasant guy. You don't smile a lot right now. In those pictures, you didn't smile at all, bro.
Come on now.
You don't like reporters?
The people, there must be two sides fans know and love that I smile a lot.
Just saying you didn't give the reporters any love. That's all I'm saying right there.
Ain't worry about them.
This is peak MyCole. All right, Gabe, what we got next? What's the next question?
All right. This is for you, Ahmad. Because we really want to know this. Because we know you. We know you was practicing. How long did it take for you to perfect your on-camera face and voice?
I had some pictures and videos that I could have sent Gabe for this, but I was like, nah, we ain't going down.
Embarrassed?
Yeah, for sure, man. There's certain stuff you leave in the vault where you're like, all right, that's put up. We ain't bringing that back out. Man, y'all should
pay a little extra for that one.
Yeah, for sure. You got to subscribe and be a paid viewer. Man, my Carbondale days, rough. I wouldn't look back at one of those.
Rougher than those pandemic pictures?
Yeah. Like I had a fro, like back in the time. Like it was like a big fro. Like it was, the curls wasn't curling at that point. I wasn't even trying to do anything with them. But yeah, like my first job in Jackson, Tennessee, man, I was just all over the place. Like there's words that my St. Louis slang was still popping out. Like I'll never forget my mentors. Like you don't say axe, you say ask. Like it was just certain things like that. Like where it's like, so it took me a while. I want to say I was in Jackson, Tennessee for 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. And I want to say it took me 2 years and 3 months to get to the point where I'm like, all right, this is me.
You know we want to hear it.
What you mean?
Can we just hear a small sample of the voice?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just hear it. He clicks right into it, guys.
So this is normal voice talking to MyCole. Then say, for instance, we got Holly's. All right, guys, got the Minnesota Twins coming up tonight. You know they're playing the Baltimore Orioles, an competitive game, blah, 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 blah. So you just give them that energy, you feel me? You got to be able to code switch. You got to be able to code switch. We're always taught that in the Black urban community, you know? So it's funny because I called my mom one day, And she answered the phone, hello? And I was like, where are you? You're not at home. I was like, you're talking like somebody else right now. So yes, it takes you a while to get that voice, but as they always tell us, just talk like your normal self. And I think that's sometimes the hardest thing because you watch so many people on TV and you try to be them. So it took me a while.
Look, man, I can't relate, man. My voice is already perfect.
All right, two sides to every story. I'll save that for later in the show. I'll save that for later in the show. All right, Dave, what we got next? What's the next one? Who is the worst teammate to bring to a media day and why? And mind you guys, MyCole has played for Minnesota with
teams.
Adrian Peterson. He's played in Chicago with the Bears, the Houston Texans. He's played. You had a day in Buffalo, Nashville, Atlanta,
teammate
Pittsburgh.
Tops this next guy.
Who? Can we
just look at this picture? Can we just look at this picture right here?
This is the same guy who was like,
this
on draft
is
day,
George Pickens, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you're familiar.
Why is he not coming to media day with you?
Oh man, media day will end quickly with this guy.
Why?
Man, he's contentious to say the least. He says whatever he thinks.
That face looks like it.
You just never know what's going on in his mind and never know what's going to come out of his mouth. So, hey, George, sit this one out. I got this. But I love you, my boy. Shout out. Hey, you finna do big things on the Cowboys, man. I love that boy.
He's uber talented. But I will say, some of his press conferences that I've seen, a little off the wall.
Hey, man, that's just George, man. He's an alien, as he says.
I can't believe he said that. All right, so I think those are the questions that we have for one another. Now I think we got some neutral questions that can kind of go down the middle for the both of us. So we're gonna do a good job of trying to answer.
The fans are asking great questions right now. What we got on the docket, what they want to know?
What's the most rewarding part of your job that doesn't involve money or fame? Okay, I'll let you go first.
I guess I'll go first, man. Oh man, probably the most rewarding thing ever, bro, is just seeing the looks on my family's faces, man. Mm-hmm. Just family and friends. You as well, you know.
Mm-hmm. You were there. You got the draft day video.
You were there on draft day, man. Hey, cheering loud and proud, man. Look at this.
Yeah, that was it.
Mom next to me, Pops next to me. Look at my mom, smiling.
Dad right next to you, got the phone in hand, making sure he captures every moment.
Man, there's nothing more rewarding than that, man. And now I've got my own family that I created, and just coming home and seeing my daughter and her yelling daddy and knowing that she's proud of me, and I go out there and grind and come back to them. It's nothing better, nothing more rewarding.
It's like a two-part for me. I think the most rewarding part is something that like most people won't know. Back in the early days of Twitter, like MyCole and I were joking one night on Christmas break from Carbondale. We were home and he was like, I'm going to the NFL. And I was like, and I'm going to be working, at ESPN reporting on your plays. And so like for us, it was kind of like a surreal moment. Like the fact that he's been in the NFL for as long as he's been in the NFL and I got a chance to cover him. And 2 years ago, I got a chance to actually like work a game that he played in. So we have that video as well.
Okay, you're doing a little better now.
You're dapper, you feel me? You feel me, dapper. So
doing a little better now.
So that's when MyCole played in Atlanta. So that was a road trip that I got to take up to Atlanta, see him play in person, meet up with him on an actual field before the game, not as a fan, but as a reporter. So that's really cool. And one of the most rewarding parts of my job, I feel like, is giving people without a voice a platform. And I feel like there's so many people in, underserved communities, inner city, where like their stories aren't being told. And I think that's something that I hit the nail on when I got to Jackson, Tennessee, got to St. Louis, Missouri, was highlighting people that didn't get a chance to talk to the media all that time and tell their side of the story. So that's something that I love about the job that I'm in, alongside being able to do it next to my best friend.
And I think, man, just for both of us, just being an inspiration to the youth, bro. Like you're one of the few black faces that they might see on TV.
Facts.
And that's something to aspire to be, man. And obviously, kids look up to NFL athletes as well. And just being able to reach back to our community and tell and let them know that it's possible to be successful from where we're from, man. That's huge.
Facts. Nah, I agree with you on that one. So, that's one of the most rewarding parts of our jobs, pro athlete journalists. All right, Gabe, what we got next? What's the next one? All right, I'll let you read this one.
All right. So have you ever felt like you lost control of your own Narrative or story?
Nah. I write mine. I write mine.
Must
I
be
anchor mine.
nice.
Nobody's really covering me. I mean, there was one. Let me rephrase that. There was one time that I have never spoke on this. So this is the first time that I'm ever speaking on this. I was an intern.
Oh, exclusive.
Yeah,
exclusive.
it's an exclusive. I was an intern at Fox 2 in St. Louis, and they had an anchor there named April Simpson. And she would always joke with me, like, like walk past me and say stuff like, oh, konnichiwa or chichi-chong, like, like Asian jokes. Like, this is a professional in the TV industry. So my friends would joke like that growing up, but they were my friends. Like, it was cool because I could say jokes that crossed the line with them back. But like, she was doing that. So one day I just got fed up and I was like, can you stop saying that? Like, you sound really unprofessional when you say that. And I said it in front of some guests in the lobby. And she just blew up. Like, do you know who you're talking to? Like, I can get you fired and blah, 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 blah. Like, she just like went off. And like, so I was livid. I went straight to HR after that. I told them what happened. And then like 3 days later, she got fired. And they said it wasn't because of me, but it's because she had a track record of doing stuff like that. And it was kind of like, that was the final straw that broke the camel's back. But I wasn't allowed to say anything. And so this happened in 2015, like right when I graduated. So I haven't spoke on this for 10 years. She was doing articles afterwards. Was like, oh, I just gave him the nickname Bruce Leroy. Like, everybody had nicknames at the job, and I called him Bruce Leroy. She did call me Bruce Leroy on TV, and I laughed it off like, that ain't my name, but it's like, whatever. But she was like, that's all I did. I never said anything. So all the people in the comments like, oh, this soft intern, I can't believe they fired you over that, and blah, 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 blah. And I never once commented, like, never once. And like, she would respond to comments and be like, oh, I never said anything disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just reading these comments, wanting to respond. Like, my family knows the truth. They're wanting to respond. And so the narrative is just changing. Like, it's like they don't even know who I am. And they're like, oh, this soft intern. So that was one time where I couldn't control it. And April did reach out like 6 years after that happened and was like, I apologize and I was wrong. And I never responded because I felt like she had a chance to change the narrative and be like, you know what, I made a mistake. I'm owning it. But instead she deflected and she lied and then tried to come back and apologize to me behind closed doors. And I'm like, it's too late. So
apology got to be as loud as the disrespect.
just disrespect, you feel me? So that was the one time where a narrative kind of changed where I couldn't control it. But then again, people didn't really know who I was at the time.
Yeah, man. That's a deep story. That's crazy.
First time I ever talked about it.
That's crazy. Man, I guess my answer is obviously I don't control the narrative of what's being put out there. Right. I'm not writing the stories. But, I could do what I can on my own part. And, it's been times where I may have fallen short, but definitely putting myself back on the path. And whatever's written about me, whatever narrative that's trying to be pushed, I don't pay it no mind. I keep doing my thing, put my head down and work.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's how I got to be in your position, man. Because if you feed into that controversy a little bit, boy, it's
going to go crazy.
It's just going to keep going. So it'll be a cycle effect. All right. Yeah. So what we got next, Gabe, right here. So have you ever name dropped yourself and didn't get in?
Yes. Look, man, NFL players, we got a helmet on. And it's over 1,000 of us. They have no idea who we are. We show up to a place. It used to be a thing where NFL players had an NFLPA card.
I remember that.
And you could show people and be like,
and you got in all the time.
I'm an NFL player. And they'd be like, okay, sometimes.
Right.
Other times it'd be like, hold up.
You got to pay more.
But definitely I've gone up and said, well, not even me as much. It sometimes be the people that I'm with. Like, man, you gotta use your name. Like,
I'm one of them. Like, man, you better get us in, bro. What you talking about?
And then I'd be like, bro, because I know I done had this experience before. I'm like, bro, like, they you go ahead and do it then.
Right.
See if it works. They go up there, yeah, I'm with who? Who? I told you, bro.
I've had those moments. I don't name drop myself because I know I'm not like big enough like that. But it was just a place that we frequented a lot in St. Louis, Wheelhouse, and I would go there a lot with you. My brother would go there a lot, and I'll never forget one time I went up there, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Ahmad. I work at Channel 5 right down the street." He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, blah blah. And they let the girl who worked at Channel 4 in. I'm like, "What you mean? Like I work on TV too, so I'm like, I can't get in." He's like, "No." I'm like, "All right, bet." Hey, Cole, can you talk to this bouncer and get me in real fast? Yeah. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's my homie. All right, you good, man. Go on in. Appreciate you. Like, thank you, Cole. Like, so Cole name worked for me in St. Louis. It didn't work for me. But yeah, so your name kind of worked at Wheelhouse, the establishment in St. Louis.
Well, I appreciate you shouting me out there because sometimes it does work. It's probably about 25%.
I will say that you and my little brother Jamal were able to get me in Wheelhouse more times than I was able to get myself.
Lil bro got pulled, bro.
Lil bro got a lot of pull in St. Louis. Maybe too much pull, but that's another conversation for another day. All right, we got one last question from our fans that we want to answer. Cole, go ahead, take this one.
All right. Describe a time that you felt like coming to blows with your boss or coach. Man, you want to go first?
Do I? No, not really. You go first.
You don't want to talk about your boss?
No.
Hey, look, man. Oh man, it was actually last year, man. It's a great coach, by the way.
What's his name?
Hall of Fame coach, possibly. Special teams coach, Danny Smith for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. He's amazing coach, fiery coach, passionate coach, gets to it every day, puts the work in. So I got to give him his credit before I talk about how we had almost, square up.
Oh man.
So I had just got to the team, and it was OTAs, and I'm a little older. I got some years under my belt, and I'm going at my own pace, and I'm easing my way back into it. You know what I'm saying? And,
Coasting.
And Danny doesn't know me from a can of paint. All he knows is I came over with Art Smith from Atlanta. So I'm doing a special team drill, and I'm going at my pace, and I do the drill, whatever, and I hear him yelling in the background, just going off, talking about, that's not how we work here. You've got one coach fired already. Like, we're not finna do that here. And blah, blah, blah. Like,
in front of the whole team?
In front of the whole entire team, brother.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, who is he talking to? He can't be talking to me. Like, ain't no way that this is happening right now. I don't even know this man, and you don't know me good enough to be talking to me like that. Right. So I started to say something right there on the field. Guys like, hey, don't even, like, it's not even worth it, blah, blah, blah. But I'm boiling right now. I'm boiling right now. I didn't do no more of the drills. I'm like, whatever. I'm boiling right now. So I let it die down in practice, but I'm still we got meetings after practice. I'm still boiling.
Oh, I bet.
I'm to the point where I'm ready to go in his office and we gotta hash it out. What's going on, brother? Because something ain't right here. So that's exactly what I did. I knock on his door, go in his office. Hey man, what happened on the field? Do we got some type of problem? Like, is it? Oh no, man, that's just how it is. That's just and eventually it got squashed there. He walked it back a little bit, and I eventually came to learn that's just his personality. That's how he is, and we actually ended up having a great relationship for the rest of the season. We both got on the same page after that. It wasn't no more.
So you set the record straight real fast, huh?
I mean, it's mutual respect.
Right.
Mutual respect.
I feel that.
What about you? What do you...
So I got to figure out how I'm going to word this one because still in the industry, so you can't just be outing people. It's a small industry. I won't say no names, but it was when I worked in St. Louis, and I had a boss that when the George Floyd incident happened, they sent out an email, company-wide email, like to the entire station. It was like, you treat these protesters, rioters, and, all them for what they are. You call them what they are. And they're hooligans, thugs, outlaws, criminals. Like, this is a person leading our newsroom saying this. Like,
what?
Yeah. So it's like, it was one of those, I think there was only like a handful of black people in our newsroom at the time. And one of them more established who had been there for 35 plus years. Like, I heard he like called and like went off like on my boss. And I called them, but it was more respectful. But it was just like, I was very passionate. Like, it was like, I'm not going to come to blows with you or anything, but it's like, you're not about to send an email like this and I'm not saying anything back. And so I kind of let them know, like, when these things happen and young black kids get killed at the hands of police officers, the first thing that happens is you bring up the black kids' history of violence or their police records or their arrest records. But you don't go dive into the police officer and what they've done and how many stations they worked at and how many past complaints they've had. And so I kind of had to tell her, like, we're changing the narrative here. The narrative goes from white officer shoots an unarmed black kid to the black kid is now, a villain, and then everyone who's protesting for this is a hooligan, thug, and outlaw. It's like, no. We're protesting because the same things keep happening continuously, and the media keeps shifting the narrative to make the black kid look like the problem child when the officer could also be the problem person. And so I kind of just had to calmly explain that. And I was like, I don't feel like this is right. Don't feel like your email is right. And so it sparked a lot of change in our newsroom. They said they care more about diversity at that time. We started creating specials that I would go on to be nominated for for what's called a DuPont Award that we had to go to, New York for, and you're nominated against some of the best journalists in the world. So we created a lot of change within our building. After that, Art Holiday, he was a black anchor, got promoted to assistant news director after that. So I won't take credit in him getting that job, but I like to say that when we spoke up, it's kind of like one of those moments like, nah, we ain't doing that no more. Like, that's not how you talk about black people and white people protesting for something good and peacefully protesting at that. So, yeah, so that's one of those moments where you got a little testy.
I got to commend you for that, bro, because that is extremely important, that being in the spaces that you're afforded to be in, being a minority in those spaces, it's hard sometimes to take that stance and go against, the majority and everybody else, that, especially when it's a boss doing that. So
I'd be lying if I sit here and say, like, they didn't retaliate against me in some type of way. Like, there was a shift in, like, how I was treated. Like, it was no more like, oh, that's Ahmad. Yeah, that's a great idea. We love it. It's kind of like, oh, Ahmad's kind of like the outspoken problem child. Like, Ahmad's going to speak up. And it's like,
growing pains, man.
And I was like one of the leaders for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Task Force. So it's like, I'm speaking up for all the problems in our newsroom. And so it's like, I was kind of the scapegoat, like, for the problems. And so it was like, it didn't end well.
But that's necessary, brother. And,
it was.
And at the end of the day, you glowed up from it. I did. You didn't regress.
I was proud of it. I didn't back down. Definitely one of my more terrifying moments, like approaching a boss like that, being so young in the industry, but looking back on it, it's like, it was needed. Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right. So that was
amazing.
Hard-hitting questions from fans. Y'all got some real from us now. Y'all got some off the record. Well, I won't say off the record, but some privy information, some right there.
Deep stuff.
Yeah. Deep dive, important stuff. So now I feel like we need to end it on a lighter note. And it's something that we look forward to every week.
I mean,
or are you
before you even do that?
Oh, wait.
We need to figure out
trivia.
Yeah, brother. You getting a little, you jumping the gun a little
See,
bit.
That's what happens when you talk about heated subjects. Like you lose your train of thought.
I know we all love the way we end the show, but
man, that's my favorite part.
We allowed the fans into our world. We let them know us a little bit more. So I think we need to figure out how much do we really know each other.
I think we know each other quite well, but there may be some
there's some questions that I have. I want to know if you really know, though.
All right, so we got 4 questions for each other. Know. I know MyCole don't know like 2 of these from me, but all right, this is gonna be some funny. So y'all really go get kind of an idea of like how long we've been friends and some of the stuff we've been through. So, all right, you go first.
All right, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right, man. Let's start it easy, man. This is an easy question. You should know this.
Okay.
What sport are you better than me at?
He's going to say nothing.
Hey, ding, 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 ding.
He's going to say nothing. Video games is a sport. That's classified as a sport now.
Oh, my goodness.
Take 2K out the picture. I'm beating MyCole at any football game. Any football game. I will just say this.
I beat you.
I've never really envied MyCole for anything. But when it comes to his athletic ability and just his willingness to pick up a new sport and just master it, it's crazy, bro. He did volleyball for 1 year, and the team finished like runner-ups in state for that in high school.
Something like that.
It's like, he's never played volleyball in a day in his life. And then it's like track. He hurt his shoulder his senior year, couldn't run, couldn't do nothing, started throwing at the last month of the season and placed 7th at state. It's like, how, bro? Like,
it's natural.
All right, but I could beat him in baseball, maybe. He can't hit no baseball. You ain't hit no baseball.
Go to the batting cage.
You ain't hit no baseball.
We can go to the batting cage.
Video coming soon. Video coming soon for sure on that. All right, now I got one for you. Cole has a terrible memory, y'all, so I know he's not getting the question right.
Come on, I got this.
How long did it take me to leave SIU Carbondale after my first visit to see you play? Do you remember what we did that weekend?
What?
I know you don't remember.
What type of trivia is this?
Mm-hmm. First visit, came to watch you play.
How long did it take you to leave?
Me, you, and David. Remember, I was supposed to leave that morning, but we went out the night before. You don't remember nothing about
2 days.
It didn't take 2 days. It took. All right, so I told y'all my code memory terrible. I went to see him play.
Break it down for me.
Forgot who he played. But this evil genius right here decided that it was smart to go to the liquor store in Carbondale and get a bottle of 1800 and a bottle of E&J with 3 people.
We were drinking age by that time.
21, yeah. And we finished both bottles before we went out that night.
Oh my God, those are dangerous times. E&J is, oh my God, I'm about to throw up just mentioning it.
MyCole had to knock on the bathroom door to get me out the club that night. And then the next morning he woke up and I was supposed to be gone by like 11, 12 o'clock to take my other homie David back to school and go back home. And Cole's like, all right, I'm going to practice. Cole came back home after a 6-hour practice. I was still on his living room floor. It was like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere right now. I did not leave until like 10 o'clock that night. It was like,
man, that was a terrible trivia question.
it's something I can think of.
Question.
You knew everything. Like, you know everything about me. You got to switch it up.
I gave you a layup for the first one. You knew I could beat you at every sport.
Layup.
All right, let's see what I got for you next, man. All right. Man, let's say, what round did I get drafted and what pick was I?
5th round.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what number pick you are, bro. I don't know. 5th round. That's all that matters.
You don't know?
Vikings.
You were there, bro. We just showed the video.
I was recording the video. I wasn't looking at the number.
You showed the screen.
Who cares? You got picked in the 5th round. That's all I know. You got picked in the 5th round by the Vikings. That's all I know. What pick were you?
That's good enough. I was 143. You know.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just a little trivia question.
You should know this one. You know my family. MyCole, for those who don't know, spent a lot of time in my house growing up in high school.
I did.
Whenever we would go out and my mom cooked, he always came back to the crib to stay the night because we had good food and he was coming to eat it all. So, saying that, what is my mother's last name?
Price.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
That's a layup. I gave you a layup. That's
you thought I wouldn't know that?
No, you ain't know where she grew up. You just found out yesterday.
I think I did know that before. I might have.
And I told you that before.
Yeah,
but
I might have.
Memory's terrible.
I know Mama Price. I know.
All right, you got that. That's a layup. That was your layup. You got one more layup.
All right, bet. Let me ask you. Since we're on the topic of your mom's cooking,
I already know the answer for this one. I already know where you're going. Hey, sweet potato pie. He ain't even answered the question.
What's my favorite
sweet potato
Thanksgiving
pie?
dessert?
Sweet potato pie. My mom will literally make him sweet potato pies just for himself. And do you even share with people?
No, I eat the whole pie.
That's wild, Cole. You don't share with anybody?
No, man. It was too good.
That's very greedy.
Your mom put her foot in it.
She does every time, every single time.
Speaking of, I haven't had one in a long time. I'm going to have to make a return trip to get a sweet potato pie.
Mom, you hear yourself.
If you're listening to this.
You hear yourself, Mom. Next time he comes to St. Louis, give you a heads up. All right, third question for you. Dad works at what store in St. Louis?
Man, I don't know the store's name, bro.
But you should know this. He's been working at that store since high school for us. And it was literally 5 minutes away from our high school.
I never even went in the store.
You should have when you got drafted.
But
you're supposed to go tell him. You're supposed to go pay him.
I didn't get an invite.
Okay, what type of store does he work at?
It's a suit store. We know that.
Sam Cavato's Men's, St. Louis, one of the top
fancy,
suits. Very fancy, right next to Chaminade High School.
Free shout out.
Yes, sir. Always for pops. You feel me? Go pay him a visit. Marty Hicks, best salesman there.
All right, let's see. Last question here. Can you name every number that I've worn in football, basketball, and volleyball?
Ooh.
How many numbers can you name if you can't name everyone? Let's see.
80 freshman football year. 4 at Carbondale and 85. 85 in the league. And you've had another number in the league. I can't remember the other number. I think it's 85. 81 with the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball. I don't remember JV years. I think he was like 50 or something. He was an ugly number. Yeah. And then he was number 1 for varsity basketball. This dude, we got New Jersey. He just had to be number 1. Volleyball, I have no idea. I only think I saw one match of you playing. I ran track, so I didn't get to see a lot of your matches. But 4, maybe? No, it wasn't. I have no idea for volleyball.
I was number 10 in volleyball, but that you got them pretty right. You missed 83. That was my first number in the league.
Oh, with the okay, yeah.
Number 83.
That was one I can remember. Okay, that's pretty good for me.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. I know MyCole ain't getting this one because it's another memory type trivia question.
Oh my goodness!
All right, our first high school football game together at Knifer Middle School in St. Louis. We both did something extremely embarrassing during that game. Cole, can you name both things that happened to both of us during that game? No.
Did we both drop passes?
You dropped a pass. I did something probably worse. Context, that was MyCole's first ever football game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was my first ever football game. I was very raw. Never played football before in my life.
You did something.
Let me think about what you did. Did you go the wrong way?
No, I'm not that though. No, I intercepted a pass. and I was flailing the ball like this, and I'm literally 7 yards away from the end zone, and the ball hits off my thigh.
Oh,
Literally
my
fumbled the ball
goodness.
7 yards away from the end zone. First high school
Come on,
touchdown.
You're
right
dropping
there.
the money.
I dropped the money freshman year. Didn't do it again for the rest of the season. Now, speaking of dropping the money, do you remember what you did in that first game?
I dropped the ball. I just said that.
I gotta find the footage, bro. It's not just dropping the ball. Drops just happen where the ball hits your hand and it falls down. This man, MyCole, where's my camera? Right here. The ball was put in the basket right here. This man, MyCole, said, doop, doop, doop. The ball went over his head.
That is an overly dramatic depiction. And
I gotta call MC Smith and we gotta get the footage because literally MyCole put the ball over his head. I'm like, how do you do that? It was right here. Like, that just goes to show how you had never played tight end before, though.
I never played football before.
Do you remember the name of that play?
Of course not. Fade?
Barber,
yeah. Fade.
There you go.
Barber.
Simple name. One thing MyCole knew, so his memory is terrible, but yeah, all right. So you didn't remember that play. We'll work on trivia questions for another time. That's hard. I feel like trying to find out questions that you don't know the answer to, I feel like you know everything about me. So
Hey, we got a pretty good relationship, bro.
You can say that again. All right, now is the time for
Now it's time, bro. Introduce it, bro.
cap or certified. My favorite thing that we have.
And your favorite.
These new things that we have in our podcast. It looks beautiful. It's funny. It's entertaining. And me and MyCole can never agree on this. We've never had one where we agreed on everything. We've only had one where we agreed on 2 out of 5. So let's see if we do better this time. All right. Oh, I love this first one. Pro athletes can become an anchor, sports or news, with ease.
Certified. Y'all job easy, bro. Y'all ain't doing nothing but sitting up there talking, bro. I can do that. That's what we doing right now. I'm sitting here talking. I'm anchoring this show. I'm carrying this show right now, dude.
That's called being an analyst. That's not what you're doing right now. You're not anchoring. I'm anchoring the show right now. You feel me? Anchoring is being able to read off a teleprompter while words are moving, and then there will be mess ups. There will be a producer talking in your ear, like Gabe talks to us and stuff. You got to be able to talk while reading. That is not easy. And some of these former athletes that go on to be anchors, they are horrible. You guys are good analysts, not good anchors.
Goodness gracious.
Nate Burleson is one of the few athletes that transition to become an anchor that's actually like, you know what, tip my cap to you. You are actually really good at the job. Like, I couldn't do what you do sometimes. Like, but for some of y'all on First Take, and y'all are horrible, bro.
No, I
way
really
y'all could be
respect.
anchors.
I actually really do respect what you do, bro. And I probably will fumble a few times, but I could definitely pick it up.
Cap. Keep going.
All right, next statement, man. Oh, yeah. All right. Journalists can handle negative news about themselves better than athletes can.
Certified.
Cap.
I feel like we're used to writing negative news that like you're once you look, we get so many negative emails from people all the time telling us, oh, your outfit looks terrible. This report was bad. You got this wrong, blah, blah. I can't believe they hired you. It's like, okay, whatever.
Ahmad, you've told me yourself that you've clapped back at these negative naysayers and had to go back and delete that clapback. You've told me that you've done this. And I know countless of other journalists that do the same thing. So come on now. Y'all say it's all us and y'all point that finger, but it's how many fingers pointing back at you when you point the finger?
Criticism is hard to take from anybody, okay? All right. So cap. All right. I agree with you. It is cap. It's hard for everybody to handle criticism.
For sure.
Oh, I love this one. NFL players are the most athletic professional athletes.
Certified, bro.
Cap.
Certified.
Have you watched the sport of hockey?
Yes.
Can you move?
What are you trying to tell me?
Those guys are athletic, big.
They just have a different skill. They just skate.
You say like that's easy. You can't go ice skating backwards right now.
I didn't say it's easy, but it's not a harder athletic feat.
Why are you guys so superior then?
Because of the wide variety of things that we're asked to do that our body is placed under, the stress that our body is placed under, and we're performing at the highest level through these adversities. Every other sport doesn't have as well. It depends on the position as well, but every other sport doesn't have so many things being thrown at them at once.
So y'all can go get on a balance beam and go do a somersault or something like that?
Yes, if we practice it. Yes.
Cap.
Yes.
Cap. I need Simone Biles to see this and tell her husband to go get on that balance beam.
I've been teaching my daughter.
And I'm sure she's better than you.
She might be. Man, all right, let's get to the next one, man. NFL players should replace flag footballers in the Olympic Games. What do you think?
Certified.
Ooh.
Certified. Look,
I think it's certified too.
Those guys have worked hard to build up the flag football platform and things like that. But when you're talking about football, NFL players are the most skilled football players in the world. Pads on, no pads on. You guys take part in 7-on-7 with no pads. That's essentially flag football. So, yes, there are some pro flag football players that do some insane, crazy dip moves that you like, all right, that would never fly in an NFL game. But it's like, there's a little difference with the flag, but I got to lean towards the NFL players out.
I would too, because I understand like the nuances of the flag football game and dipping under and not letting them grab your flag. But NFL athletes, the best athletes in the world, can pick up these things quickly, just like that. So when it comes to Olympic Games, like if NFL players want to participate, that's only going to help the games even more.
Right. Still debatable about y'all being the best athletes in the world, but I see how to slide that in there. All right. Man, I'm torn on this one.
Uh-oh.
I hate this question.
Let me hear it.
Stephen A. Smith is the greatest of all time when it comes to journalists. Cap, have you ever heard of Stuart Scott? You ever heard of Stuart Scott?
Oh,
Stuart Scott is the reason that Stephen A. Smith, myself, and other black journalists can be themselves. You ever heard Cooler Than the Other Side of the Pillow?
Man.
Stuart Scott. He brought urban style to ESPN and to national networks for us to be ourselves. There would be no Stephen A. Smith or Ahmad Hicks without Stuart Scott.
That is the best point that you have made in Cap or Certified. You have flipped my position on that.
Did I?
Yeah.
You were going to go with Stephen A.
I was, because he's the loudest, and that's what seems like the journalist is these days. So I was going to, but then you made a great point, and I got to give it to you.
Different line.
That is Cap.
That is Cap. There's a difference between a journalist and an entertainer, and that's what Stephen A. Smith is now, an entertainer. His job is to entertain his fan base on radio, podcasts, and on First Take. Whereas Stuart Scott, back in the day, his job was to deliver highlights of the day in a correct grammatical way, but also having enthusiasm and passion that made it look different from every other sportscaster.
I hear you. I hear your points. I hear your technicalities. But Stephen A. would say himself, your take is certified Cap. Plain and simple.
Of course he would say that, because he's full of himself. But everyone knows who's a true journalist, especially working in local TV.
Stephen A., come on the show and come tell him about himself.
Everybody will know. Stephen A., there's no disrespect to you. You're a goat in what you do. But when it comes to goats in journalism, no, I do not. There's no absolutely. Stuart Scott is who I look up to. Stephen A. Smith, appreciate what you do. But when it comes to idolizing somebody, I think we all know Stuart Scott. And then secondly, he's a goat. Behind Stan Verrett. That was one of my guys, Neil Everett. Those two guys who you probably seen them on SportsCenter together. Like, they're both gone now, but those are my goats in journalism. And then that's just a network. You still got local TV goats. One of the best storytellers in Minnesota and in the nation, Boy Hubert, right here in town. So yes, there are plenty of other actual journalist goats. Stephen A. Smith, the GOAT entertainer in sports. I'll give him that. But it's still Cap. He's not the greatest journalist of all time.
All right, we get it, man. Hey, that does it for another segment of Cap or Certified. Super fun. We know you guys love the game, man. Keep sending in your questions and statements for us, and let us know whether you think these answers that we gave are Cap or Certified.
We want to know. Comment back on our post. Let us know who's full of it, who's not. We go respond. So be careful what you say, because we go respond. We are real people. We not one of those that just ignore it and leave it alone. We will respond. But I'll be nice, though.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. It was so much fun, man. You guys got to know us a little better. We found out if we knew each other, and it was great, man.
It was fun. So make sure y'all join us next week for our next episode. We appreciate y'all. Stay locked in.
All in the air, make the world go round. Down, stand for the truth, otherwise take a knee. Made it to the league, now we gotta take the lead.
Touchdown, MyCole Pruitt.
Must be two sides.